Hi, my name is Dr. Usman, and I'm going to talk about a very serious topic today. And many of us go through that. Even I'm going through that. It's called alopecia. Alopecia is like a hair loss. Like, even I am getting some hair loss, but this is something hormonal as well. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit. But again, if you have more questions, you can always ask me in the comment section, and we can have a lot of good discussion about that. So, uh, hair loss is a very critical thing, you know, and even I'm worried that I'm losing hair. So what to do? And thing is, I'm okay with that, but some people are not okay, and it depends how much hair loss do you have. So again, it depends, or if it is focal, like if it's at certain areas, then it depends. So you can treat it, you can treat at home. So first of all, let's take a look at how the hair looks like. This is a basic structure of a hair. Look at the hair shaft here and the root here. And look at the microcirculation. The hair needs a nutrition, and that's how it gets this nutrition, and it needs a blood supply in the bottom there, in the base. And another very beautiful look of the microcirculation is here. Look at this vein and look at this artery, and look at the beautiful nature that provided this hair with this much circulation. And that's what is compromised in certain cases, and that leads to hair fall. And why am I losing as I said in the beginning, like it could be hormonal. Why? Because certain hormonal changes that happen after puberty can have, problems in the microcirculation that I showed in this picture. And that's something that leads to hair fall. But it happens mostly here. Why I did not lose here, just the way I lost here. So it's focal. It's dependent on the area and the location, and that microcirculation is something that makes a huge difference. And again, another beautiful deeper look. So hair has its own infrastructure. And you need to know that, because if you are trying to treat hair, then it's critically important, and that's why I'm talking about it. So hair is a protein. Hair, it has a structure, and you need to consolidate that structure so that you can have a stronger hair growth, and that does not fall easily. So I'm just talking about the general or the home remedies that you can do. I'm not talking about any medications that can treat it. That first and foremost, important thing is green tea. There are so many publications, and there's so many online literature that you can read about it, that green tea is very, very good. It is proven to be good for the hair growth, both if you just sip it, just the way we take tea, or you can even apply, just like sip it, make the tea, and then dip your hands into it, and then apply it on regular basis, and that is proven to be effective, way more effective than just sipping it. Sipping also helps. I will prove it here. So look at this. So what green tea does, it helps with this all enzymatic reactions in the body that help with the hair production and all that growth mechanism. It has those antioxidant properties. It has skin microcirculation effects, which is the most critical thing in this whole process. And that's why I started the whole discussion from this microcirculation of our hair. That's where the tea goes and hits the area. So, uh, and that is extremely, extremely beneficial about it. So, and if you go into more details about how the tea works and what it does, there is a very important and basic nutritional component in the tea, which is called EGCG. It has a long name. I'm just sticking to the basic words. So that component is the one that is very useful, and it's also effective for your protection of your heart. And some studies even say that it's just like a baby aspirin, which we know that many cardiac patients have to take to keep their blood thin. So, but good thing is it does not thin it to a big level where you can have start of any bleedings. But it has that benefit, which is extremely beneficial for all of us. So it does that, and it it takes care of the hair loss that happens from the hormonal changes in our body. For example, if a female is going through, menopause, she has that hormonal changes, and then she starts having hair fall. If a female is going through her periods, she gets those hormonal changes and she gets that hair loss. So green tea is going to take care of that through this component EGCG that I just mentioned earlier, that works like aspirin as well. So EGCG is something that is very, very good in that case, and we can all take benefit of that. It slows down the hair loss as well, and that's what we need here. That's what we want here. And it prolongs, uh, you know, prolonging the androgen phase of the hair growth and slowing that telogen phase, which leads to the shedding of hair. So the telogen phase, there are three phases of the hair growth. It works on those phases and prolongs that phase that helps the growth and slows down the phase that causes the loss of the hair. So it slows down the loss of the hair and it supports the hair growth, the green tea. That is the beauty. That's the nature that provided us. That is so amazing. And I am so impressed. And that's what I want to share with you all over here. So this is a research extract that they put green tea topically on some subjects, and after 4 days, they saw that there was an increased hair growth activity in those specific areas. So you have to apply it topically, but there are researches which even support that even just sipping also helps, but not as much as just application. So it stimulates the hair follicles and prevents the damage of the skin and the hair cells. And that's what we want. That's the beauty that we are getting from here. And look at this. Another study that says that hair loss study on the mice was done, and they found out that 33% of the animals that consumed green tea extract had their hair growth after 6 months, whereas the mice that did not get that, they did not have that. And so that's the proof. I'm just laying down. You will look at all the references that I put in here. So that's the proof here that you can see. Another thing is, again, if you see the research, some people who drink and they had the skin hydration, by drink I mean drink the tea, they had that hydration and they got that nutrient supply and oxygen to the hair follicles, the microcirculation that I started my discussion with. So that's something that led to the hair growth on the scalp and improved the hair growth as well. So the current hair got an improvement in the circulation and they grew further. And even the area that had missing hair, they also started having growth of the hair, new hair. Uh, Other things that you can use is biotin. Biotin is a very, very good, very healthy nutrient that is also in the vitamins. Also, if you get a multivitamin pill, you will find biotin also in one of the ingredients in that multivitamin. But if you want a natural diet, you can get it from egg yolks, you can get it from oatmeals. Like, some weightlifters, they recommend using oats or oatmeals, uh, and I also love it. So peanuts, there's so many other places you can get biotin, and biotin is proven to be effective in the hair growth. So that's what we need. And you can prevent the hair loss from that. And other very important nutrient is zinc. So in your food you can have zinc if you're consuming legumes, if you have seeds, if you have dairy products. Dairy products are like butter, and the milk and the yogurt. All those dairy products can have zinc, and I love dairy products. Sweet potatoes, dark chocolate, all those things you can acquire very easily in your diet, and then that will help your hair growth. And another very important aspect I wanted to touch here is some people are on multi medication on daily basis, because of their medical illnesses. So if you're having hair fall and you're on certain medications, please discuss with your primary doctor that is it because of medications or not. So for example, some people who have migraine, they keep taking NSAIDs and pain medication like ibuprofen, Advil, and so on and so forth. they get hair loss from that. Another thing is some people are on hormone replacement therapy. Some people or many people are on certain, antibiotics in the world, or they're in the cholesterol lowering medication or birth control pills, antidepressants or antidepressant things or medication, I mean. And vitamin A, some people take it for acne, all those things, including some of the antihypertensive medications or some of the medications that you use for weight loss or thyroid medication, steroids. There is a long, long list of medications that that can cause hair loss. So please, if you have hair loss, please talk to your doctor. That is it due to the medication? Can you tweak the medication or can you switch the medication? Some of the people, if they are on chemotherapy due to your due to the cancer, in that case, it might be really, really hard, but still, cancer doctors, oncologists, they will talk to you about this subject, and then they will, have several other alternatives. So please talk to your doctor about this, if you are on multi medications. And let's just summarize pretty quickly that I talked about green tea. That is my favorite. Please include that in your daily, dietary plan. Biotin, very easily available. Vitamins, especially vitamin D and zinc and selenium. If you take a multivitamin, you will have those things in there. Stress is the killer of the day. If you have stress, you will have hair loss. So even if you see, I might have hair loss from, stress. So you never know. So onion juice has been also proven. Some people use that, have the onion extract and then apply it on those areas. It helps. It definitely helps. So and there are some medical problems like liver disease and so on and so forth. If you're having a very sudden hair loss and there is something happening that you don't even understand what's going on with me, that I don't have too much stress, I don't have too many things going on in my life, and I don't have that hormonal changes, I'm not on the all of these reasons that I just mentioned about hair fall. If you don't have any of those things, please do not hesitate to talk to your doctor and discuss that. Why is it happening? Because sometimes it's related to some very serious illnesses, very serious medical illnesses, especially gastroenterology problems, especially like liver disease, alcoholism. Excessive alcoholism can also lead to that because it affects your biotin levels in your body, which is naturally produced as well by your bacteria. Sometimes, if you, let's say, change an area and then all of a sudden, let's say you move from Michigan to Florida, I'm just giving an example, and all of a sudden you start having hair loss, something is not right in your water supply. So, for example, there is a component in your water supply that has fluorine, fluoride, that helps with the teeth. But the problem is some areas have that high level of fluorine and sulfur things, and I mean that affect the sulfur level of your hair. And then what happens is you start having hair loss. So the very easy tip to get rid of that is there is a filter that you can apply to your shower places and wherever you get the water from to take shower. So if you have that filter installed on top of that, that will filter that fluorine and do not let it stick to your hair and decrease your sulfate levels and the keratin levels in your hair and prevent you from having the hair fall. So please like, subscribe, and share. And thank you very much for watching this. And if you have any questions, please discuss in the comments. I'll try my best to answer. Bye.